There we go. Um, yeah. So that was just stupid. Oh, what's it? Oh yeah, freaking yeah, there was another article of that, and it's like, yeah, it's just pure stupid. It's like, an interview where Phil Spencer is saying like, oh, we could, Xbox could win the hardware freaking race or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's just so stupid because like I was confused because it's like, how the fuck is that? And it's like, oh, we want people to want to buy our hardware out of like innovation and all that shit. And it's like, okay, whatever. But they also said like, freaking, we want to build games like Fortnite where they're everywhere, and it's like, okay, but then that doesn't make sense at all to me. Like, how are you gonna win the hardware race if freaking you provide no freaking point into owning your console? Because it's like I felt that way with this, not the Switch, the Vita. It's like it was a cool freaking console and everything, but obviously the games weren't there, and eventually it just died out. So you want to be like that? Well, that's not gonna help. If you have innovative hardware, that's not gonna fucking help, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. PlayStation already tried that. But I think that's where the arrogance comes in. It's like, oh, people will want to buy it because it's Xbox. It's like, bullshit. Then if people want to buy an Xbox because of innovation and all that shit, why are you freaking gonna put out an Xbox like a year trying to put out an Xbox a year before or a year after the PS5 Pro? I think, yeah, you're not freaking selling Xbox purely off innovation at all. You're gonna use dirty tricks. Just saying. And honestly, that's why I don't like Phil Spencer. He says one thing and does the complete fucking opposite.
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
So if I'm ever gonna get an Xbox again, it's like honestly, I want Phil Spencer out of there. And he says that like all he values yeah, he values transparency. Like as a company, he's not fucking doing that either. It's like yeah, seriously, this is just I don't know, to me it's so stupid. Like how much he fucking lies. And maybe it's just me, but yeah, like I don't know what to say. I'm just really not on board with Xbox because of that reason. But it's working on people just because I don't want to say it, but yeah, people are just stupid. I don't know what to say. What else to say? Why can't I run? Oh, am I overcumbered? I think I am. Yeah, I wish I knew where my freaking thingy was. My thingy being my freaking on my shelf so I could put all these away. Um, oh shoot, I did that again. I can't equip that for some reason. Why? Um, um, there we go. Oh no, now I can run. What the? Was it not overcome? But I just thought I was. Whoa, that's embarrassing. Oh my god, he had another one. I guess I will. Oh, she has another one now. Oh, mm, mm, I will. Like, I don't know if the ones I'm choosing are good or not. Oh, I was also gonna say that, oh, what is it? Oh, well, that's a rifle. I thought it was a heavy weapon, I guess I was mistaken. Oh, it still does a shitload of damage. Oh, whatever.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it? I don't even know who's still alive from Project Gorgon, much less who would care enough to guard its secrets. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation.
So I
Next
don't
Spacer's
know what
choice?
to say.
Getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization and layers of it. I seem
Because
to recall that Mother worked closely with
before
Gorgon's R&D personnel.
I
But not
could
close
get
enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning.
but yeah, before I
Tell them to
would
move on with their
oh
lives.
I'll let
If only I could
this
do the same.
cussing go.
Naturally, I shan't keep you for another moment. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Um there we go. Comfy, a little bit more comfy. But I was gonna say like yeah, a few years ago I would let that freaking like terrorize my mind, I guess you could say. Like, what I mean is freaking with the freaking yeah, my friend being a troll, I would let that like freaking torture me or whatever you want to say, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, not anymore, honestly, because it's like, obviously, I know it's stupid, but I understand he's a troll, and it's just like, you do you.
Wouldn't it be something to see an
But it's like, I think next gen, the PS5 will be, like, it won't be like the PS4, like where it was, like it stuck around for so long. It's just the PS4 did stick around for so long because it was like, yeah, there was a pandemic going on right when the PS5 launched. So it made everything scarce. It made people not want to buy freaking games that much. About game consoles that much. Blah 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 and all that bullshit. And it's like, yeah, I think that's the reason. Not some stupid other online underlining bullshit where it's like freaking yeah, it's not like, I don't think anyways, it's because it's like my friend said, it's too generic, blah blah blah, shit like that. It's like, no, freaking uh it's 625 in Canada, and like that's a large amount of money to just plop down on a console. It's just too much, honestly. And even Mystique said that, like, with the games maybe going up to 80 to
Welcome to the Musgrave
$100,
family
it's like,
collection. Still a work in progress.
it's like that is just too much, where people
What's the
just
hurry?
aren't willing to freaking part with that amount of money. Sure, like only like people may only buy a few games a year, but
If you're here for the annual Canid renewal,
why would
I'm
they
afraid it's
want to
already over.
spend
Only thing going on
more
behind those
money?
doors is good, old-fashioned
I
lawful
don't know.
behavior. This greeting constitutes your
That
confidentiality
point
agreement.
of
You
game
hereby agree
ring,
not to
I
disclose the
mean, not
location or
game
existence of these
rings,
events.
game
Thank you for
radar was
cooperating.
just stupid.
Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense. Now then, how can I help you?
So I
So
don't know
just hear me
what
out.
to say.
It's a brilliant idea.
It's not canid hunting, eh?
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
So I have no idea. Whoa, because my friend said, freaking the PS5 Pro is so high because freaking Concord tax, and it's like, do you really believe that stupidity? It's like, okay, if you believe that, sure, go ahead. But it's simple supply and demand. It's like, because, whoa, and there's just little competition. because it's like freaking what is it? PlayStation remains unchecked, so they could theoretically, and they are doing that anyways. Like freaking uh, price their console at any amount of money they want because like don't have to freaking make it cheap because yeah, there's no competition. But when Xbox Prime or whatever comes out, then they'll freaking lower the price and do all that. Like, I don't know why my friend thinks it's like, oh, freaking no, the PS6 is just doomed. It's like, okay, there. And you're somehow not a part of the PC master race. Which I always found that weird is because it's like you just flip flop so much. Like when he got Wii U, he was a freaking Nintendo fanboy. When he got an Xbox, he was an Xbox fanboy. Now he got a PC, now he's a PC master race. Freaking stupid. So yeah, no, I do not believe he's the best person to listen to. But I think that's just because social media is like, yeah, you just don't know what the fuck to think. Like, seriously, freaking shit like that drags you in so many different directions. You're, I think you're just absolutely freaking, I guess, dumbfounded.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
You don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
Letting them into Byzantium temporarily. Long enough for Canids to sneak them out and
Just between the two of us.
Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around.
And I know my previous roommate said that, and honestly, I think that was a little mean to say about a kid where, yeah, she said the kid was kind of stupid. freaking that she had, but I don't know. If she meant it to be mean or just to say whatever to gossip. Because gossip generally is mean spirited, but whatever. But I think it's like, yeah, it's just social media, it just rots your brain as well. Like, I know
Do you know
your
the
parents
interesting thing
probably
about
said that with like, oh, TV's gonna rot your mind, and it's like, I think that's half
Mathematically
true.
speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility.
It's just
Winning is
there's so
predetermined.
much
Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the
information.
swift.
It's like,
Time and chance are just statistical
you
outliers.
kinda don't
In
need
other
to
words, if
think
you put
for
enough canids through
yourself.
enough trials, the one with the
And
most optimal attributes
obviously, if you're
generally
not
wins.
using your brain,
Exercise in
it's like,
futility.
then you just become dumb.
What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs,
Yeah,
but
you
yes,
just
I
become
have
dumb
learned
slowly.
sufficiently. Oh,
So I don't know.
then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go.
As well as
Live in the moment.
obviously
Enjoy the party.
hanging around other dumb people online
I was wondering
doesn't
if you were the
help
sort of person
either
to accept sensible advice or
at
respond
all.
with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
And it's
Yes,
like I
the
know
voice of the
people
Marauders.
who are just
A
trolls,
graveyard
but
for all our mistakes. Starting Project
are
Gorgon was our
becoming
first
trolls,
mistake.
but I think
Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it
that's
still had a life
another
alive and
way
clawing its way
you're
back to the
kind of
surface. That may be our
just
last
being
mistake.
dumb because you act dumb, so eventually you are gonna be
Get a
like
favor
you're
from you.
generally gonna
Do something for
behave
me,
that
I'll do
way, and
something
it's
for
like
you. That way we don't have to
that's
rely
the
on
worst
mutual
thing you could
trust.
do.
The grand prize
Even if
trophy to the
it's
Canid War.
by,
I want it in my hands.
even though
Get me
it's
that
like
trophy,
fun
and I'll
at
give you the
first, it's
remaining
like
researchers.
it's
Names,
generally
locations, and as
gonna,
much information as I have.
I guess, leak into your daily life.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Oh, shit, I have a talking still.
Do excuse me. All my thoughts are currently occupied by that trophy.
It's,
My
yeah, I guess all I
trophy!
could say is
Look
like,
at this thing.
I
Have
think
you ever
we
seen a more
truly
garish
do
monument to the
need a
boredom of the elite?
do-over.
If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. And you? Frankly, I'm surprised you changed your mind. You didn't seem interested in my offer at all. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. I'll tell you what I can. Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15.
But talk more
After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus. Certainly. What's on your mind?
Like, what I mean is, I saw that video a long time ago. It's like if you think more like, oh, old games are better, like you'll, yeah, start really thinking like that and not really appreciate the games uh, that are here now, I guess. See that released now? I mean, and it's like, honestly, that's true. It's like, yes, I do like older games, but that doesn't mean that I don't like freaking the games that release now. It's like, obviously, there's going to be good and bad games no matter what. But, yeah, I think my friend is so stuck in, like, games were better back on the PS3 and consoles were so better on the, like, in the PS3 and later era. It's like, where he doesn't, yeah, he's not even willing to think about freaking the PS6 or the new Xbox Prime, I guess. And it's like, I don't know, I just think that's sad. But you do you, I guess. Because, what is it?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I don't have time for this. Move along.
Yeah, maybe it's just me, but freaking, Yakuza, um, Pirates in Hawaii, I think it's called. Like that game looks, I don't know, it looks super fun. But obviously,
The dissidents actually took
if you're only thinking about freaking whatever, the games are better back on the PS3 and later, it's like, yeah, you're not gonna appreciate games now. I don't want to say it twice, but it's like, it's so true, honestly.
down there in the ship.
And And obviously, everyone's gonna have opinion about that. If games are better now than they were, but I think about, but I think life is about being freaking happy instead of being like negative and depressed all the time. And I don't know, maybe that's probably not that my place to say. But yeah, my friend was depressed and all that in freaking high school, and it's like, okay, it's like that sucks. But now you're like being more depressed. It's just, you just mask it by freaking being a troll. It's like, okay, again, you do you.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here. So what if all those oversized suits made it on Monarch this whole time? I could do it, easy.
But I will say, what is it? Oh yeah, freaking high school was a freaking complex time because obviously you had hormones. You didn't know what the fuck to think. Blah blah blah. But it's like some people pull out of that, I guess, and some people don't. I just guess I did pull out of that and I found happiness, I guess you could say. I know that's like a weird, like, Zen thing to say, I guess, but it's like, whatever. If ignorance is bliss, I know they say that a lot. But yeah, if ignorance is bliss, then whatever. I'm happy to be ignorant, I guess.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin.
Please make a note of it. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Well, I should say more than happy to be ignorant.
Dock at the Groundbreaker Auxiliary Base.
Maybe it's also because, like, I just refuse. Well, I'm just speculating. Obviously, it's like, maybe it's also because I refuse to, like, I know there's some people that, like, on PC pirate everything and, like, they get most, if not everything they want. And, like, I don't know, that makes you just a spoiled brat. And freaking obviously my friend smokes pot. It's like whatever, but that makes you over time. That really makes you irritable and just cranky all the time. And it's like,
I seen these guys around. They like to walk with
yeah, I'm just glad I didn't
What do they
start.
call themselves again? Landscapers, green thumbs.
I'm so glad I didn't start.
And you know this is our turf, kid. Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. She hired us to make sure no one comes sniffing around. Guess that's bad news for your plan there.
Looks like we're doing this.
It's like I don't wanna say anything, but whatever. I say that, but then say it anyways. It's just so. But I think it's the same with that. the thing with that is like my brother smokes pot and it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know, he's just angry all the time too. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be like that, and it's like, I guess I'm just so glad I didn't start smoking. Just, I think didn't start smoking because games. Because I'd rather play games than smoke pot, to be honest with you. And it's like, I think that's so much better, personally. It's just, I think that's so weird that, yeah, freaking pot does that to you so much. Changes how you behave and all that, but I guess anything would. Like you said, gaming does that too. But it's like, even though gaming changes your behavior and mood as well, it's like, I don't know, I found like, I guess I gamed so long, I found a way for it to, like, not affect me. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, because during high school it did affect me a lot. Where it was more angry and all that, but I think that was mostly because, like, the difficulty. Because I was playing on normal, and yeah, sometimes there's fucking hard parts. So now I play on easy